Greetings, comic friends. We're talking TGIW. Thank God it is Wednesday, celebrating the best day of the week. Wednesday, new comic book day, and it was nice. Another nice week. Got a total of 6 books. You know, the 2 weeks before last week, I was really worried because they're big, but then had a couple nice small weeks in a row. I think I'm probably going to be doing a video on this sometime soon, just kind of talking about my feelings towards the comic market, my feelings towards putting money in comics right now. But spoiler alert, it's low. So I'm having an easier time coming home with less, which is good. But again, everything this week was really good. We'll start right off the top. Deadpool number 5. We the end of the previous Deadpool, we learned kind of what was going on, why Wade had this little bit of symbiote in him. It comes to fruition here. I guess I don't want to give too much away, but it works out really well. And Wade gets a couple new friends out of the deal, which he always needs. Something is Killing the Children, number 30? Yes, number 30. And I really like this storyline. Erica has taken off, does not care for the company anymore, but still wants to do good and kill monsters and help people. They have sent someone after her who obviously cares more about this job than she does about the people she's supposed to be protecting, like blatantly. So here we kind of see Erica's point, right? Where the St. George or whatever it's called, they have become so obsessed with themselves and keeping themselves secret that they've kind of lost why they exist in the first place. That is to help people. So they are ignoring that first tenement of we help people by harming people, just to keep themselves sort of secret and keep their secrets. Planet Hulk World Breaker number 5. This is the last issue in this limited series, and it's good. I love Hulk. I love Planet Hulk. So to come back to this world and get some additional conclusion from it, like not that it was left open, but I don't know. I guess there weren't really any loose ends to be tied up, but this alternative future where things kind of return there was good. Daredevil number 9. Stuff is, every time you think stuff is like kind of calming down in this, man, there are a couple of moments in this book. There's a lot of moments in this book. But if you've been reading Daredevil, I don't know. If you know, you know. Like, this book is amazing. And there are a number of big payoffs in this issue. And I'm really excited for next issue because, again, it's like every time things seem to be like resolving, it hits the fan again. And sure enough, here we go. Strange Academy Finals number 5. So we're starting to get into this big battle, this whole thing that's been prophesized with Doyle. Obviously, now he always assumed he was going to be the bad guy, but he's not. We see a little bit. We learn a little bit about Doyle's past, I suppose, which is very interesting. So yeah, I think this is really good. I don't know if this is ending the Strange Academy series as a whole, or if it's going to go on from this. I have a feeling it's going to be like, look, we that the Strange Academy is going to get closed down is my prediction, and then it's going to be like after this event, it's going to be done. And lastly, Invincible Iron Man number 4. Yes, number 4. I'm really liking this one. It's been a long time since I read an Iron Man book, and I'm glad I got back on this one. It's really good. There's a sort of new villain that's been making things tough for Tony. We learn who he is, and he seems to be very interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes. And that's all the comics that I got. There's one other thing. Sorry, I'm super parched. Wow, man, that makes for good content. So this, I saw this and I got so excited, and then I was being like, should I really get it? Do I need to get this? But here's the thing. So this visual history of Marvel value stamps. I've always wanted some sort of cataloging of all the Marvel value stamps, images of them, and the books that they come from. I always thought that would be a great idea. And something that I really wanted. Then I saw this, like, oh man, that's the thing. And so I picked this up. I started flipping through it, and it's great. It isn't exactly what I had in mind, so I was kind of on the fence about it. Don't get me wrong, this is great. So you get there's an intro by Roy Thomas. It's a nice, I don't know, maybe 20 some page intro by Roy Thomas. It also gives a little background on like the pre Marvel stamps, which I actually didn't know about. In England, there was a similar thing going on, that they were actual things that you wanted to cut out and send in to get a free poster. So it kind of shows all of the advertisements that showed up for those sorts of things, and all of those stamps. So, or I guess they call them coupons. How they showed up in those comics. Then what the poster was, which is actually pretty cool. So you got that was the poster that they could get if you collected all the coupons and send them in. So that was kind of like what happened before the Marvel value stamps, and then it's just a listing of all the stamps, just pages of all of the possible stamps and their numbers, which is nice. It's a nice visual, like, here they all are. Then it goes further. So for each one, it shows the page that the Marvel stamp appeared on, the letters page, and the art that inspired that stamp. So all the stamps are based upon previous pieces of art. So the Thing was based upon the Thing on this cover of Fantastic Four number 116. So it shows that side by side. Now on the bottom of this, it says, Fantastic Four number 116. but it also says what issue this is from. And then the stamps were available in multiple issues, right? So the Thing stamp was available in Hulk 183, Avengers 123, Amazing Spider-Man 135. So that one stamp was available in 3 different books, and this shows the letters page from Hulk 183. So that's a nice little and a visual. This is what it looked like on the page. Here's the inspiration. There's a full page picture of the inspiration. Iron Man off of Avengers 58, and so on for all 100 for Series A. For Series B stamps, those were the ones that were like the puzzles. So it shows the full puzzle. And then, similarly, the inspiration art, and then a listing of sample pages of where that came from. That particular stamp came from, and that's basically all of it. And it is basically an art book. It's a visual history. There is an introduction by Roy Thomas, but other than that, it's just to look at. The one thing that I think this is missing, or I wanted differently, I think everything in here is great. I think it could have had, and I personally I think it would have been worth it to have another section, or for each entry to be expanded a little bit. If this page not only showed the inspiration, but also showed the covers that this stamp was in. The covers of the books that each stamp was in. Like, make this a little bit smaller, and then little... I don't know, because, I'm going and looking at books, and I can't remember on site... Well, I can't remember what issues have stamps or not. Which ones do I need to open up and look to see if they have stamps. This would be a great resource if they had the images of those. It's great. It lists the issues, but I'm not going to remember Thor number 223. Now, if I saw the image of the cover of Thor 223, that would stick in my mind more. So when I see it, I'm like, you know what? I might not know what value stamp is in there, but I know there's a value stamp in there, so I better check it. I think that would have been made this a little bit better. And then maybe at the end, something like almost like a checklist, where it's just written. Marvel Stamp 1 found in this. Marvel Stamp 2 found in this, as a quick reference guide. Those two changes, those two additions, I think would have made this. And I've been, this was like $30. I think, if you added those things in there, I'd be willing to pay like an extra $10. It wouldn't add probably many more pages at all. A couple more pages for the checklist if you just made the that cover page, added those other covers to it. But so that's where I was kind of like, this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but I'd always wanted something like this. So I'm like, I feel like I willed this into existence, so I probably should go ahead and get it. And I did, and once I got it home and started looking through it more, I'm really glad that I did. So, very cool little art book reference thing. It I would have suggested a couple of other things, but as it is, it's still pretty great. Other than that, that was it. I think I did really good. I didn't grab anything off the shelf. There was one. What was it? Clobbering Time. It was a limited series, number 1 of the limited series of Hulk and Thing, which I love Hulk and Thing, and I love Hulk and Thing together. So that was hard to say no to. But as you know, I've been cutting back on limited series, thinking about it more like I see a number one of a limited series, and I'm like, it's just $4. I'll try it out, see how it is. Not thinking about it's not $4 I'm putting into it. It's $4 and probably another $20 if I do like it. Like best case scenario, you think when you buy a number one is you like it. So best case scenario is I'm going to be putting at least another $20 into this for the other issues. So when I see a number one now of a limited series, it's not is it worth $4 checking this out, but like is it worth $30 checking this out? It kind of makes it a little bit easier to like say, you know what? I don't actually need that. I don't need that. So that's been helping me quite a bit, and I'll continue to use that mindset in the future. But that's all. And again, nice short week. All of the issues were great. I'm overall happy with the value stamp book there. I haven't looked through all of it yet. I mean, I've quickly like scanned through it to see what all was in there, like how the sections were formatted and stuff. I do look forward to like sitting down with it and taking some time, and maybe reading parts of the letter sections. It kind of, I guess another thing would have been nice. This would have made it a lot bigger. I understand why they did this. Is to get like the full letter sections to like actually read the full letters. But I mean, I guess you can read some of the letters with what's there. But I mean, it can't be everything. But that's it. Let's see. Yeah, that is it. Let me know your thoughts. How'd you do this week? What was your favorite thing that you picked up? Like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to make yours Titan. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.